Poblano? 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 Poblano. So this week we got 3 sauces, not buffalo Pepsiing them. That was a fun experiment, but I do all my reviews at once, so I chugged 2 of those in a very quick order, and I had stomach problems for the rest of the day. Was burping all night, not in a horrible way, but just I don't drink a whole lot of soda, and that was a little much for me to chug super fast. This week we got Elvis, Burning Love. We got Hopzinger, Secret Weapon. We got the Mike Herrera podcast, Herrera Hot. And we are going to start it off with the King, because the King always goes first. There's actually 3 Elvis hot sauces. I have tried a number of them. I believe I've reviewed, this will be the 2nd or 3rd one that I have reviewed. You can find more on my Instagram if you want to see the other ones. This is a habanero sauce. You find it in Graceland, I guess. I've seen it everywhere, so it wasn't like a big deal. I believe this is the hottest of the 3. So let's check for that goofy stopper. Boo. I hate these stupid restrictors. I think they are stupid. Let's get that off there. There we go. Let's give this bad boy a sniff. So it's a habanero sauce. So I just got a nose full of habanero. That doesn't suck too much. Let's try it. I should switch hands. Let's try it. Yeah, here we go. First thing I notice is it hits with garlic. There's a little bit of heat right away, which is awesome. Not a ton, just enough to let you know that you're alive. But it is a heavy garlic flavor right away. Like, it doesn't really have a super unique flavor profile. It really kind of has, again, it's just the garlic really that kind of stands out. After letting it cook for a little bit, the heat doesn't hit too hard. You get a little bit on your lips if you get some there. It's a very standard habanero sauce. If you're an Elvis fan, get it. If you're not, no big deal. Heat's probably a 3 out of 10, maybe a 3.5. It's not super hot. And Elvis. What can I say about Elvis? I think I was in 3rd grade. I had an Elvis haircut. That was not on purpose. 3rd grade, I think I believe that a Samoan man was Japanese, and a number of other inaccuracies about life. Elvis, Burning Love. You can get it wherever, Graceland, Amazon, somewhere. It is a habanero sauce. The sniff test, it's habaneros. You're gonna smell habaneros. You'll tear up a little bit. These things happen. Just like that. It clears the sinuses in a good way. Wakes you up. It's not smelling salts, but it does a good job. It's a fast pour, savory sauce. Really makes me go, oh, this is a for sure get. But, love of Elvis, if that's enough for you, that's good enough for me. I have it. I will probably use it just like any sauce. It kind of has more of a Louisiana style. So I kind of go with the Louisiana style, but with habanero instead. Now we are trying out Secret Weapon by Hopzinger. I had not heard of Hopzinger before until I heard they were making a Mike Herrera and MXPX hot sauce, which I believe I mentioned a million years ago that it should happen. I had never heard of them before, but I looked them up and checked out what's going on. They make a lot of hot sauces out of with beer in them, which is cool. I've had a few that did that. The pepper in this is, if I'm saying this right, poblano, and habanero. Poblano, I'm saying that right, is a green pepper, which, wow, we got a green sauce. beer in this is Silver City Brewing's Alive and Amplified IPA. I've not had that beer. I'm not really an IPA guy, but let's give this thing a shot. Hopzingers also, I reached out to them through Instagram to get the sauce, and they were very cool. It did, it took a second because they were in between batches. I don't know if that's the only way, aside from like literally seeing their booth at various locations. Let's see. They put a blocker in. Boo! We hate these things. Get that out of there. Come on. There we go. Alright, let's give this a sniff. Oh, that's a different scent. Not in a bad way. Like, I think it must be the beer. There's definitely a spiciness, like herbal spice to it. Yeah, definitely like an herbal spice to it. Let's give it a try. Let's bring that up. Whoa, a little bit of a faster pour than I expected, but that's the way you do things. That is a different flavor, and not in a bad way. It has a little bit of a kick to it. I like that. I guess that's the beer flavor? I don't know. Like, it's really hard to describe this flavor. It's a savory flavor. It's tasty. And it's definitely got some heat to it. I'm actually surprised at the heat that is kicking. I'm getting a little bit of burnage in the back of my throat. Not a big deal. Let's give it a second to see if we have any crazy after effects. So after giving it a couple minutes here to cook, I'm actually pretty impressed with this. It's got a different flavor. I'm really kind of digging that. I don't know if it's the beer mix or whatever. I don't know if it's the pepper that I'm probably saying wrong. Poblano. I don't know if that's the way it says it. Funny thing is, about MXPX, back when I was a little jerk, I used to listen to tons and tons of punk rock and stuff like that. And these guys were one of the bands that I was absolutely enamored with. Heck, I could probably say I partially learned how to sing harmonies with their singer Mike Herrera. One of the bands that when I was learning how to play music, played on a daily basis. Got a lot of goofy memories of me just wanting everything to be faster, and them being one of the bands that played as fast as I felt I needed to play, because I don't know, when I was a teenager I liked playing fast compared to now where I like playing fast. Weird. The guys aren't that much older than me, which was always crazy to me. Being a kid and realizing that this is a bunch of 17-year-olds had just released an album. It blew my mind. I'm like, wait, you can do that? I'd say the heat's probably like a 4, and the pour is fast, just the way I like it. Like I like everything? No, that doesn't seem right. But fast, I'm okay with that. I would say it's a different hot sauce. If you're looking for something different, try it. I'm kind of impressed with how different it is. I was not expecting that. I was kind of half expecting a generic sauce with a label slapped on there like you occasionally get. Not going to name names, but I mean, I've done a million reviews of these things, so you'll see them where the label will be the reason I got it, and the label will be the only good thing about it. That's not the case here. Fireball. Burped a fireball. Fantastic. Good heat that's sticking around. Hopzinger, good job. Good job. MXPX, good job. The Mike Herrera podcast, Herrera Hot. Yes, I said that right. Sauce we got here, made by Hopzinger, and I'm pretty stoked to try this out. They use a beer in this. It's what is it? Silver City Brewing's Alive and Amplified IPA. Not a beer that I've had. Not really an IPA guy. I really don't drink beer too much, but I might try it if I get a chance. So let's open this bad boy up. And if this is like the secret weapon sauce, there's a stopper in the top. I hate the restrictors. There is. Let's get rid of it. There. Alright, so this has a this is a habanero sauce. And I can smell it already. I don't even have it near my face. This is gonna suck sniffing this thing. yeah, that's I'm tearing up a little bit. Yeah, that's strong habanero sauce. Let's do it again. That's good. That's good stuff. You can kind of smell. You smell the habanero. You can smell the beer, but you feel the habanero. Got me to tear up a little bit. That's pretty good. This looks like it's gonna be a quick pour, like we got. Let's try it. Ooh, yep. That's a bit faster than I expected. What are we gonna do? We can get it all. Tasty. There's heat. It's creeping. This is gonna be a fun one. Throat burn. Go into my chest, which is underneath this magnificent crazy beard, but it's there, I promise. Let's give it a minute to cook. This is good. I'm still a little teared up from sniffing it. So it's habanero sauce. Good stuff. I'll burn the tip of my tongue all the way down my throat to my chest. I'm sweating. My eyes were teared up from sniffing it, but not from the hot sauce, which is fine. But the heat builds up. It's still going. I tried it a couple minutes ago. I love that. It is a fast pour, very savory sauce. A really good flavor on a surprising heat. Very different than the secret weapon sauce, which was a very different flavor. I really didn't detect too much of the beer in this. That's okay. Mike Herrera, is the front man for MXPX. Also plays bass in Goldfinger, which and a number of other bands. Tumbledown, Arthur, the Cooties, his own acoustic thing. The guy's in a lot of bands, and he has a podcast which I've checked out a few times. It's always fun to do that. Hear an explanation or behind the scenes of some of the music that you grew up with and stuff that you identify certain stages of your life with, which I absolutely think is which definitely is the case here. I mean, Goldfinger, I think of that self-titled album that does not have Superman on it. I know, everyone's like, what? Goldfinger with no Superman? Yeah, it's a cool song, but not my favorite Goldfinger album. A good one, but not my favorite. And I think of these other bands. I think of, where I was, some stupid kid waiting for the city bus with my Discman that would skip all the time, and the multiple billions of pairs of headphones I destroyed, listening to the same couple CDs over and over, or heck, even before that, cassettes, and just playing the thing at full blast, knowing that everyone around me got to hear my music whether they liked it or not. I've had the chance to talk to Mike, in my life, I guess, at shows and stuff like that, and super nice dude, very straightforward, always super cool. I can't believe how he's always so positive. I mean, I would just be exhausted, and he's like, I just played a show and I'm going to talk to 900 people, which is insane to me. Why would you do that? But I mean, I guess that's part of the job. Like I said, it's nice to hear the stories behind the music that defined your youth, and from the people who were doing it, and the people who were and where they were, and finding out that there were a lot of similarities. There's a lot of not similarities, but always kind of cool that there are these themes that kind of bring us all together and stuff like that. Hopzingers, you did a good job on this one. Mike, I will try this with my breakfast burritos. Got Elvis Burning Love. It is a habanero sauce. The sniff, you smell habaneros. It is a fast pour, a savory sauce. That is a 3 out of 10. And decent, nothing crazy to say about it. Strong garlic flavor. That's about that. Hopzinger, secret weapon. It is poblano and habanero sauce. Definitely got a different scent to it, sniffing it. A fast pour, a savory sauce that was I give it a 3 out of 10. Surprised me how hot it was. It has a very unique flavor, not in a bad way, in a good way. It does have beer in it, which I don't know if that means anything to you, but it does. Pretty good. I'm pretty happy with this sauce. Mike Herrera podcast, Herrera hot sauce. It is a habanero sauce. It has, when you sniff it, it will clear your sinuses. Brought me to tears a little bit. Can't complain about that. It is a fast pour for savory sauce. I'd give it about 5 on the heat scale out of 10. Good stuff. I really like this. It burned for a while afterwards, and the whole thing I thought was great. Try it with your breakfast burritos.